channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double tip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double tip on the director's cut. Woo. Double tip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. The boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine are gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. The PlayStation high all over my head. Pentimeter PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what? 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 They say, yo, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with the Xbox ecosystem, PlayStation, Nintendo, Luna. You already know, whatever the hell you play, we got you. We got the news. We got the info. So thank you for coming through. Another day, another dollar. I'm with the crew. Y'all already know, man. I am Desire with me. What's going on, player? How you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, guy.
Shit, repping the Vikings. I see you. I see
right.
you. And we also got, you know what I mean, the man with the plan, El Padrino, Power Boss in the house. Dímelo, Bobby. What's good?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? I'm so happy to be here, man. It's Friday, a beautiful day. I can see shop for whatever reason. Actually, I can't now. Yeah. So I see you down there. Adidas 20 actually just popped up right now. It's saying, let's go. Member for 13 months. And whoa, he's screaming out Pony Pandemonium. We've seen a lot of crash outs this week, so it's going to be a busy show. Thank you, Adidas, for your contribution. And Adidas, again, with the $2 super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. I actually posted the GoFundMe for his brother. We had a chat in this stream last Saturday. We played some Gunslinger. What is it? Call of Waters Gunslinger. We had a fun stream. But yeah, I'm putting it down here in the comments again. So if you want to go ahead and show some love to his brother who had a motorcycle accident, and you want to contribute with something, I mean, instead of giving it to me, just go ahead and, just go ahead and support the homies, man. That's one of our own. So anyways, I see you down there. Lycos 45 and La Casa. What's up? Good to see you around, man. Bold Alpha Wall, thank you for coming through. Yeah, the intro. Everybody loves the intro. I got more shit like that coming through, so stay tuned with the channel. And we got, hey, shout out to Power Boss. Let's go.
What's up, Bold Alpha?
All right, so I want to start the show too by highlighting my members, with not only a few, but really appreciate them. And they've been subscribed and a member for a long time now. If I can't fucking find them.
which I think I put it over here. All right, there you go. So yeah, shout out to DS20 member for 13 months. Big Mix Gaming also. AEC founder Mr. Click member for 8 months, and Hard Geek Chani, the homie, the wise one. You know, if you want to know about anything, just go ahead and the man is like he's an encyclopedia. That's what you call him. All right. So yeah, thank you to all of our members and everybody who support the channel by just watching, being here, hitting the like button, interacting with me and the channel and the homies in any way. And make sure to go ahead and follow I'm Desire, right? He's got his own YouTube channel. If you want to drop the link, go ahead and do it. And follow Power Buzz too. They both amazing content creators. And people who love trouble with the ponies and the salt, and you know what I mean. We criticize gaming. Let's just put it that way, in a constructive way, right? And we are all for the consumers, which is I believe that's you, bro. That's you watching right now in your house. You are consuming this product, you're spending your money. So we are here to watch your back, bro. We're the snipers in the roof. You know what I'm saying? With the patrol, right? So we got to do what we got to do, call shit out, because, we don't want none of these companies getting out of hand and abusing our trust. So, yeah, thank you for coming. But we got our first topic, and I'm super excited about this one. You can see a big smile on my face because I did play this on stream, and holy fuck. I want to get your guys' first impressions with the Scrolls Oblivion. I know I've been watching, Desire doing it too, and all of that. So I know a little bit how I feel, but you guys don't. So I want to share, their opinions on the game and their first impressions, and then I'll go ahead and drop my bars and we keep it moving because we got a lot of shit to go and talk about it. But this is like the biggest thing that happened possibly in the year. Until I think GTA drops, like everybody, it is what it is. But come on, let's go. I'm gonna start with Desires right here. Let's go, player. How do you feel about the game?
So I already reviewed it.
Yeah, I seen your review, of course.
I gave it a 8. It's almost perfect. There's a few things that I wish were better, but at the end of the day, Oblivion means a lot to me as an Oblivion fan. Oblivion is the last thing I ever got to play with my second oldest brother before something happened to him that I do not wish to share. But he's it means a lot to me as a just in general as a video game. So I think that outside of the type A, type B backlash, it's quite honestly an amazing game. Because the type A, type B backlash, it's insane. It's not a big deal because they still refer to you as male or female depending on what type you are. So it doesn't fucking I don't understand why people are crying about that. Sorry.
Understandable. I really don't understand either because type A, type B, but when you put one to the other one as a grown person and as somebody who know common sense, which one is the female, which one is the man. We don't even have to talk about it. But who gives a fuck about all of that? The whole point is like you spend in that menu. How much time do you spend? Like, I personally didn't spend that much time. I just pick, whatever, randomly. Actually, I didn't give a fuck about it. I was just in there like male, female, type A, B. I pick whatever, just keep it moving. I don't give a shit. Didn't bother me. It wasn't like maybe in all the games that is more out there put in your face, right? You could tell, maybe you would have criticized it, but like in this case, it didn't make sense. It's just that what happened is like they changed it from the original version that when you go into the menu, instead of saying that, it says male and female. But honestly, some people notice that if nobody had said that, nobody would have noticed. Nobody would have given a shit. That honestly, that's just the way I see it. But yeah, keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're fine. That was pretty much what I had to say about it because it's annoying to see people bash on a game that I was so hyped for, and I still am, and I think of it as easily a game of the year contender for me. That's how good of a game it is, and I don't usually think that about remakes, but this is almost perfect. There's still a lot of crashes because it's Oblivion
Gamebryo engine, yeah.
But It's a good game. It's a good game.
It's a good game. Yeah, you are enjoying it. And that's the most important part, right? Because, I mean, what you enjoy doesn't mean that some other people will. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But we got a super chat by Ray Ray in the house. Man, thank you, homie. Say, hey, yo, what's good, plan? When the hell are you going to come to my show? I know that you're working, but, just go ahead and ask for the day off, bro. Fuck making money, bro. Just come over here, hang out, talk games, be a bum for a couple of hours, and you know what I mean? Enjoy ourselves. So thank you for the donation, man. I got more people in the chat, dude. Holy shit, look who showed his face. I see you. The Archangel Nexus, he's recovering. Bro, he's leveling up. So he'll be back stronger and better and
absolutely
with more
looking forward to
it. For sure. We can't wait to have you back in here, man. And I see you, my victim, hello, papi, Boricuas in the house. Sunip 2, develop Xbox Showcase will dominate ponies, mine even more. Wow. Yeah. And we're gonna get into that topic, but let's keep going. We got Ray Madugo and saying Xbox always on top. We're gonna talk about that as one of the other topics. Take a Nubik in the building. Thank you, homie. I saw the DM you sent me, and it's one of the topics, and we're gonna cover it later. And
love Jacob's picture.
Yeah. We saw Doom rip and tear, right? Rip and tear. Jacob Novik in the house saying hi. So Forza Horizon 5 PS5 early access today with standards release in 4 days. Gran Turismo is screwed. Looking forward, GTA though. GT7 have multiple bad choices. So he's looking forward to GTA, but he's actually saying that GT7 is kind of screwed because Forza Horizon. We're gonna be talking about that too, but but I see you. Bo Alpha Wolf say maybe. I mean, for sure, remake of the year, and maybe 20 minutes in character creation, including before you leave Imperial sewers. Well, okay, that's it. That's the whole chat that we got for now. But what about you, Power Balls? Have you played Oblivion, and what do you think?
I played the original. I have not played the remaster yet.
What?
What? I know. I will play it. Don't get me wrong. I will play it.
Yeah, I had the same reaction.
I'm like, because he was watching my stream. I'm like,
I bought him. I even bought him the game, and he refunded it.
Yes.
Holy shit!
I'm not gonna just do that. But anyway, so my thoughts on. I agree with Desire. It is an 8 out of 10. Perfect recreation. I don't like that it's limitation with the Gamebryo engine. They could have at least updated to the creation kit, which is just the next evolution of the Gamebryo engine anyway. I was a little concerned with the overlaying of UE5 for the graphical overhaul. It is done absolutely phenomenally well. I watched Alex's video and I saw where it has stutters and frame drops here and there and how it struggles with a lot of things. And especially on my computer, which is a much older computer, I only got a 2060 Super. So that's why I refunded it Desire, because I don't think my computer can run it. So I'm going to wait to play it on my Xbox. Okay. I would not enjoy the experience on my PC.
Right.
Because my PC is probably just as good as my consoles. It's not, super above. So that, and I'm running out of hard drive space as it is with the games I have installed. So that's first and foremost, but I'm not bashing on the game. Now, to bash on the game, the only thing that I'm seeing negatively is the whole body type 1 and 2 change. Now, this wouldn't bother me so much because, like you said, it's the 20 minutes in the sewers. You choose your character, you choose your gender, and then it moves on from there. And like you said, even in the game, the original dialogue is still there. Depending on whether you choose 1 or 2, it still refers to you as male or female in the game. My problem is Nexus mods holding the double standard.
Yeah.
That's
completely understandable. Yeah.
Within 2 days, there has been 3 posts and 3 takedowns by the Nexus mods admins that people are rightfully up in arms about, because it's changing it back to the original body typing, naming of male and female, and Nexus mods for no reason is taking it down. I mean, agreeing with the woke agenda? Are they?
No, they are censoring anything related to that. So I think I believe that the
they're
reason
getting
why
more backlash.
right, I
than
believe that the
doing
reason why they went this way is to avoid backlash.
I mean, they're getting more backlash by removing it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but anyways, keep going, Power Boss. Who cares?
but I agree. 8 out of 10. It's a near perfect remaster. It is more of a remake than a remaster. I will agree with most people's opinions on that. Because there is enough that is redone. They changed the leveling system to be more like Skyrim's. They brought Skyrim sprinting. They brought in Skyrim's dual wielding. I know Desire hasn't.
I haven't been able to see it. So.
See it yet. But supposedly you can hold a weapon in left, weapon in right, weapon in shield, and still have a third spell slot equipped that is on a keybind. So you'd have to go into your settings and look at that. I am concerned about the crashes. I know that's probably a UE5 thing because I know the original never crashes. It's too old of a game. Right. So the crashes is probably a new addition from UE5 from a technical standpoint. I do think that 1 or 2 patches will probably address and fix all the issues. And it's going to bump it from an 8 to a 9. That's just my opinion. It's a great game. It's got the best story out of any of the Elder Scrolls series. Hands down, easily enough.
Hey, look, you finally agreed with me on something.
Hey, I agree with you on a lot more, Desire. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. But I playing since Daggerfall released back in, what was it, 1996? Something like that. Every Elder Scrolls iteration has lost something except for this one. This is the first time that it is faithful to the original, and it actually adds something that the previous one was lost. Because in Daggerfall, you lost the ability to customize complete spells. The graphics were ass. It was a DOS-based game. Morrowind, it was the first time a massively open world was graphically updated and done extremely well for an Elder Scrolls series. But you lost the functionality of only being able to put 3 spells together to make your own spell. In Oblivion, you can't customize your spells, but there's a lot to choose from. And then it has the greatest story over Morrowind. There's some better key funny points in Morrowind for sure. And then in Skyrim, you dumb down the spells even more, but they gave the advancement of being able to dual wield. So, again, you're not completely going down in quality every single time, but at the same time, it's not completely above everything as it's advancing. And the graphics are obviously better, but they move from the Gamebryo engine to the creation kit, which allows for a lot more customizability, which they didn't do for this, which I think they should have. But had they also done that while we're waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, which we know is going to be phenomenal because they're bringing in Starfield stuff, then you're looking at Elder Scrolls taking leaps and bounds above. Oh, and let's not forget that Skyrim also had base building to a limited extent.
Yeah, to an extent. So what is your verdict? You said you were going to give him an 8 out of 10.
Well. I agree with Desire, 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it is damn well done.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Archangel has his opinion here. Let me highlight him. He said, played the OG Oblivion on 360. I'm loading the new one on xCloud. True story. The old one killed my 360 red ring within hours.
That's a shame.
The red ring, the famous. And both Alpha Wolves saying as well that they had new voice lines and acting too. I didn't notice that. And character
the original game
overhauled.
The original game only had about 6 to 7 voice actors that voiced everything in the game.
Yeah, we got some fair criticisms for the game too. Thanks to Jay Gonabik here for reminding us about the horse armor, right? That's another polemic. The horse armor, the first ever in game purchase for $2 is $10 now with deluxe edition. Some may even say that our horse armor is in Citadel suffers from inflation too. Best quote I've heard in all of YouTube.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna stop that. There is 2 horse armors that are for sale. That is true. Because they are also featured with the deluxe edition, which comes with extra missions and stuff.
Yep.
But no, the original DLC is all already in the game.
Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine.
And the original horse armor.
Yes.
And
this new horse armor that comes with this is, I believe, Elven based.
I think it is,
Gold
but
style.
I'd have to relook at it.
Um,
It's been a minute since I actually looked at it, but I know it's not the same one that they charge $2 for.
Yeah, I gotta look it up, but I'll post it. I'll repost it later on Twitter. Go follow me. But I think Jamie. Oh, I can say.
Jamie's Act. That is.
He's one of the guys that he has an Xbox podcast too. I follow him, and he's sometimes on Boom.
Oh, Jamie Moran. Okay.
Right, Jamie Moran. Shout out to him. Thank you. I would love to have him.
He's on Boomstick all the time.
Sometime, yeah, he posted about how can you get an armor for free in Oblivion. So there's literally like something that you can do in the game to get a horse armor for free. But yeah, like it's understandable that people get mad at this because I mean it was back in the day $2, but today it's $10 for a horse armor. So yeah, of course that's a valid criticism, but it's not game breaking. And that's what ultimately we care about. It's a cosmetic because there's actually horse armor for free in the game. So I understand what people wanna but at the end of the day, just customization. Like they give you a bunch of armors that you pick up in the world and everything for free. You don't have to. You just go. If you want it, go ahead and buy it. But I wouldn't. Anyway, I see. I think also in the house. I installed it last night, playing as the Dark Elf. Oh, right. What race did you pick, guys? I mean, Desire. I forgot.
I always usually start with a orc character, but this time I started with a Nord.
With the Nord, right? But you know what? It's funny because I play with the Nord usually on Skyrim. I like the Nord. For Skyrim because I like the two sword builds, right? Like the heavy hitters. And this time I went with the Red Guard. I went with the Red Guard because of versatility. So I want to try out everything and see like different builds in this one, and then possibly later make a build with with what I like with a Nord or something. But yeah. We got One Trick Pony in the building saying Marathon DO8 Part 2. Woo! We got to talk about some stuff that going on with Marathon 2 that I want to highlight that I think is important. We're going to be talking about it during the show. So stay tuned, man.
Real quick, just for reference, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion that dropped on a Tuesday work week hit 190,000 concurrent players.
Yes. That was on Wednesday.
And it is
190.
It is currently at 121, almost 122,000 in game now. Since launch, so it is still going strong.
And it was shadow dropped.
Yes, which we kind of knew because all the leakers and this, that, and the other, even though it was wrong. And I don't know, I think Bethesda just trolled them. Shout out to Detective Seeds on that one.
E-Ranks in the house. What's good, player?
Oh, E-Ranks.
Lycos 45 always shoots kajits. Such a thief. Get your own money. Stop stealing. So I wanted to say what I think about the game. Obviously you guys see me playing it live, so whatever. I really loved every minute, every second of the game. There was a couple of things that I didn't understand that they could have explained a little bit better, but then I find out that they have this thing called tutorials and they explain everything to you in there, and you can also watch guides online. What were you gonna say?
Sorry. I also said it during your stream. Oblivion doesn't really have a tutorial.
Yeah,
but he actually does have a section with an extensive tutorial.
No, I'm saying like in the game, like if you played the original game, it really doesn't have a long tutorial. If it has a tutorial, I would be shocked because I don't remember it ever.
The tutorial is as much as the sewers. Once you're out of the sewers, you're just thrown to the wolves.
Because I'm talking about the original game, not just the remastered.
I'd like to correct myself for the fourth time or maybe more. The body type selector is back on Nexus mods.
Okay, so let's see if they take it down.
It's posted a day ago. And there is now 421 mods for the game.
Yeah, I even brought that up. I said it is stupid that they did they did ban that because it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But
But yeah, it is back again. So if you can get it while you can, it's there.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. So I think the game is great, man. It's amazing. It's such a beautiful thing that we just got this gift on a random day, right? Because it's so random, right? We're going to have an event tomorrow. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to drop. I'm going to be honest. And I posted it on Twitter. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think they're dropping it right away. I mean, like this would be insane. And Xbox actually did it. And Bethesda. And you know why I think they did it? Because there's no space for the rest of the year. They're going to be dropping and dropping and dropping.
I mean, look at what came out yesterday. Look at what came out yesterday. Oh, and let's not forget, the Expedition 33 devs gave a shout out to Oblivion Remastered for a successful launch. Virtuos Studios.
That's right.
Oh,
So,
and for anyone that's going to be in the comments later, no, Skyrim is not Oblivion.
I've seen that post. Somebody look, this is what happened usually in the gaming community. A lot of people commenting they don't really play games like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody's so misinformed and people confuse one game with the other. And I don't understand if we were talking about Final Fantasy. If we were talking about Final Fantasy, yeah, anybody can get confused about that shit because it's all over the place. But like with the Elder Scrolls, they all got their own names: Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. You know, come on, guys.
Oblivion is about Tamriel. The Skyrim is about Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Daggerfall is massive.
All right, so we think the game is great. We're gonna continue to play. I haven't played in 2 days because I was making a video for you, and yesterday I was on Simone's show, so I was working all day, then came and did a show. Today I gotta work some more, but no show tonight, so I might even get here and stream some for you later tonight. And tomorrow for sure I'm gonna be playing the shit out of the Elder Scrolls, and on Sunday as well. But yeah, y'all know what we think about the game, so let's see what Sony PlayStation fanboys think about the game, because I did cook something in here to show you guys.
I see a few of them.
I saw a few during Gara's video.
But let's go ahead and watch this. This is like like a clip of my latest video. Go check it out. I posted it a couple of days ago. Thank you all for coming through and watching it. But I mean, here's what they think.
Yeah, I just spent the last couple hours playing the Oblivion remake, and it is insane.
So I think I put about 5 or so hours into Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on PS5 Pro so far.
James posts, and James is great about posting a lot of facts. I have to give him a high five, virtual high five for that, but...
Get them!
You fucking wankers. You are absolute fucking wankers. The lot of you. You're a bunch of fucking pricks.
Bro, this looks so good on the Series X, bro. Oh my God, have mercy.
You just got off of X, and you've seen so many posts on there saying that the Series X version of Indiana Jones is better. How's that possible? I don't think it's better. I think, what people are feeling disappointed about from a technical standpoint is that the PS5 Pro version's advanced ray tracing really isn't advanced.
P.O.P. Only there.
What's wild is this is on Game Pass. You can play it on PC. You can play it on Xbox. It's also on PlayStation 5. I decided to play it on PC simply because I wanted to use my original Xbox 360 controller.
Expose, 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 expose.
Oh my God! Are y'all seeing what the work that they put into this? The passion that they poured into this is truly impressive.
They're technically calling it Oblivion Remastered. I consider this to be an entirely new game.
I don't know that I'm going to end up completing this game. The big reason for that isn't because I'm not enjoying it, but mainly because there's other stuff that I'm going to be playing.
Expose, 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 expose.
Wow, look at the lighting beaming down, bro. Oh my goodness, this is so good, man.
I think Xbox has secured their future for not just the next 10 years, but for forever.
Let me just say this real quick, bro. Wow.
Black Ops Season Game Pass, yo. ABK be killing it. So what do you guys think about their reaction? Because I feel like all these big, high profile, right, PlayStation fanboys Damn, they didn't see this shit coming. And they actually fucking,
Hmm.
I mean, it's just funny. Go ahead, drop your parts.
There was one that threw a temper tantrum because of how Xbox is doing good. I don't know if Power was able to see it, but
I think I see it.
Forge was super pissed because people were in his community were saying Xbox W.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see that clip. If you have that clip, send it to me.
So
it's on.
I would say within those clips, okay, Marlon Gaming Nation, he's an awesome dude. He's
an awesome dude. Yeah,
he's a PlayStation fan, but he is fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the few that I really want to make it clear. Like, I'm not posting this to make fun of them or nothing. The reactions were actually really good, which like some people in the comments on the video were, oh my God, what are you posting this? Like they're exposed or something like that. No. What they're saying is like they reacted to the game because they gamers, right? They like video games, and when they see something good, they can recognize it, right? But they also like, kept it truth. And they it's like almost as they couldn't even like, talk shit about it. So that's why I said they're exposed, because they're now playing Xbox games after a while, saying that Xbox games weren't good enough.
So I don't know how powerful his PC is.
Who? Marlon's?
Marlon.
Yeah, he was playing on the Series X.
He's like Nero. He loves playing on his consoles more than his PC, as far as I'm aware. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course,
absolutely nothing. Okay, so his reaction is genuine. Reforge, he has built up such a toxic community within his little circle and his bubble that, as you saw and as Desire said, he was enjoying the game. He's showing the love for the game. And I don't know how much time he put into it. But then when he goes to his next day's live stream, I saw Astro's clips. Reforge was getting roasted for people coming in and saying Xbox W. Xbox was helping produce Expedition 33. It dropped yesterday, and his fan base for saying Xbox W, he's like, Xbox had nothing to do with this game. Do you research Reforge?
Well, one of the fanboys that crashed the hardest was the generic Eric, and this is why he said, bro, after the Oblivion shadow drop, he said, if you make anything other than a PS5, you are an idiot, and I hate your fucking guts. That's it. That's the tweet.
Yeah, he's a fucking moron.
That ass is burning right now, bro.
And you wonder why I made a fucking salt video on that.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even play games. We've already established this.
We already know. It's like the fucking behavior, dog, of like saying fuck everybody if you play on a certain plastic box, which I don't believe it defines you as an individual. It doesn't define you as an individual where you play. I feel, in fact, I encourage everybody, like, play whatever the fuck you want. I said that shit over here all the time. Play whatever the hell you want. Maybe that's what you like. Maybe that's what you can afford. What we're doing is calling the shit out. Like the fact that PlayStation went ahead and posted on Twitter their release date of the biggest game they got releasing this year.
Ghost of Yote, and it's not for 6 months.
It's a shame, and y'all gotta call it out. Like,
it's on
bro,
October 2nd, and I'm just gonna say this: Rockstar could do a fucking hilarious thing.
Yeah.
Even Joe from Seattle same day.
Same exact
Xbox
day.
can do it too. All Xbox gotta do is drop that Call of Duty beta that day. That's it. There's no Ghost of Yote. Everybody, pre-order Call of Duty, get into the beta. The same way they do every year.
I'll state it. I am excited for Ghost of Yote, but I'm not getting it on fucking. I sold my PS5. I'm done. I'm done with it. It's just remasters, and everything comes to PC. So I'm just gonna wait.
Yep.
Look, this is not. I don't know. Like, people believe that we do this to, I don't know, make fun of Sony PlayStation fans. We don't do this to make fun of PlayStation fans. We just call them out. Because you have to call out people who are making your gaming worse. And believe it or not, Xbox, I believe they have people seeing and watching what everybody's saying about them, because that's how it is. I mean, if you had a store and, you had a business and you have people talking about your business, right? Having complete channels dedicated to talking about your business. Wouldn't you listen to what the fans wanted to say? I mean,
Exactly.
if you're not doing that, I don't know. Like, if you probably want your business to fail, right? You need to listen to what people are saying. I know, like, as a business, even as a channel, you got to do your own thing and be like, fuck what everybody says, because that's what I do. But I do listen. I'll be like, the good criticism, like, okay, your intro or your audio or maybe your gameplay or something, you know what I mean? Maybe, get the shit that you can fix and you try to fix it, right? But I mean, people really want, like, to shield PlayStation, be literally a condom, and put themselves on that to protect PlayStation from catching anything out here. And the truth is that PlayStation is catching anything. They catching the smoke now because people gotta call them out.
I mean, they just literally have nothing.
As a fan, that's disrespectful.
They have what? Two third-party money-headed games that they're coming out with within 2, maybe 3 months from now.
Yeah, they got, what is it? The
Lost Side, which is a PS4 game,
and it's actually coming on PC. So I don't know
and
what
it's coming to PC too.
About. Yeah. And it's not even theirs. It's a third-party money hat.
That's what I said. It's a third-party money hat.
Kojima, Death Stranding 2,
and Death Stranding 2, which
money hat.
I'm expecting. I don't think it's a money hat. I think it was just because at the
who
time,
owns the game?
Because Kojima had to make 2. Kojima does. Kojima owns it.
Yeah. Well, I know he does, but I'm saying we know that he wants to release it on PC and Xbox. He saw the
Kojima
success
thinks that fucking
Death Stranding
exclusives are stupid.
He agrees. Now, I do think that because Death Stranding 2 started production with PlayStation before he bought his IP back, that it might have some sort of a timed exclusivity on the PlayStation.
Probably like 6 months or so.
Probably.
Power Boss, the fact that they announced this on a Twitter post, it's just weird. It's just great. I mean, you could have a direct, literally, with that game and show off, okay, especially then for Ghost of Yotei in August, right? A month or 2 before it releases, and showcase to your fans like, oh, this is what you can do now. This is the character. Talk about with the studio, similar to what Xbox does to build the hype, right?
They literally could have had a showcase in June or July at the GDC with Xbox, with all the big names that are coming out there for Gamescom, and they could have showed Ghost of Yotei, Wolverine, Marathon, and
Wolverine is probably going to get delayed.
You know what?
It's already been delayed.
Do you know how this makes me feel?
Oh, shit.
You know how this makes me feel? They don't have any confidence in this game.
No,
whatsoever. They don't feel confident about Ghost of Yotei.
And I've said that Ghost of Yotei is using the same UE4 engine as Ghost of Tsushima, which is a phenomenal game.
It is. Oh, I love 4.
I need to go back and play more of it. I have the director's cut.
And Unreal Engine 4, it's more polished because
and stable than 5.
Yeah, of course.
Which is fine. 5 is being fixed, but it's not fixed yet.
It'll take time. It'll take time.
It's the same graphics and it's using the same engine. So it can't exceed what Ghost of Tsushima is actually doing, except maybe by small smidgens. We haven't seen anything of the gameplay itself. And people are already giving it backlash just because of the change of the character, because it's taking so many years into the future that it's not using Jin Sakai as the same character.
Right.
It's changing characters, which is fine because, it's time.
And now it's a female too, which a lot of people have been giving backlash for.
Yeah, but
which I don't really give a shit about it, but people.
The actor for it's also really nice. She's in Dimension.
Oh yeah, I know Erika Ishii. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a good game to Ghost of Tsushima fans, but I mean,
I think it's gonna do fine. I don't think it's gonna do anything better than Ghost of Tsushima though.
I think Ghost of Tsushima is probably gonna sell more than.
But like you said,
probably
we got GTA 6. We got the next Call of Duty dropping soon.
Yeah.
And who knows what else is going to be dropping from Xbox later in the year. We won't know that until June 8th.
Bro, look, Xbox right now is having a publisher sale on Steam. And if you go in there, they have so many coming soon games. I've seen Clockwork Revolution.
Yep, that's
even
still
Dark
up in the air.
Perfect Dark. is got to come in soon type thing. So when they say coming soon, it's like, okay, coming soon when? Like coming soon is like coming soon within like the next 6 months. I mean, that's when you put coming soon, right? I don't know about coming soon in 2 years. Yeah. So the fact that I seen that on Perfect Dark and Clockwork Revolution makes me wonder, like, maybe that's what they got for the rest of the year. And they could fucking surprise you out of nowhere and come and drop Perfect Dark on December, like they did with Indiana Jones, or drop Clockwork Revolution. I mean, I don't believe Perfect Dark is ready like that, but maybe Clockwork Revolution is the next one in line. I mean, we also getting the Outer Worlds too, so don't forget about that.
That's later in the year for sure.
Not to mention, like Wu Chang, Firebreak. Got
Wu Chang
already
is next month.
Yeah, no, Wu Chang is in June, I think. Wu Chang.
June?
Yeah, and I think Firebreak, which is the multiplayer game by Remedy, that looks pretty good, pretty fucking fun. Is gonna drop in June as well. And Doom is also, and we're gonna be in the middle of Doom, because I mean, it's not like you're gonna finish Doom in like half a day. You're gonna bro, it's just wild. And I just wanted to say, like, if you're really Sony PlayStation fan or gamer and you like Sony, like, y'all need to call it out, because this is unacceptable. Like, I feel like they're disrespecting Ghost of Tsushima, as a franchise, Ghost, right? Because, I mean, that's what the franchise is now. It's not the Ghost of Tsushima, it's Ghost, because they're focusing on the Ghost. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Which is like each character get a game. It's not, Ghost of Tsushima and then this Ghost of Tsushima 1, 2. Like, every game is about the ghost, and there's the next character in line. So I feel like they're disrespecting the franchise, and they should do something about it. Not to criticize them in a bad way, like in the sense that the game is gonna be bad or no, and just like in the sense that Sony PlayStation is not really, giving the love that I think this franchise deserves for them. Like, to many people opinion, like even Xbox fans and even PlayStation fans, Ghost of Tsushima was their best game last generation. Many people feel this way, so I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think, guys? Like, what do you think about it? About the whole thing with Ghost of Tsushima being a sleeping show?
I can see it being hit or miss.
I'm hoping it hits, because it is something that I actually am looking forward to. But obviously there's a chance it's not, and that would be kind of depressing, I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, TJ, got something for you because you're wrong.
What did TJ say?
Demo Flow Gaming. So let me get this right. Pony talk shit about Xbox, but at the same time buy Xbox games. Yeah, that's right, bro. That's what they do all the time. Xbox is shit, and that's what they do. It is insane. People be crashing out over the plastic box.
Yeah.
We got another comment here, very interesting. He say, hey Tarny, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. He say, Xbox dominates 2025. What? They aren't even competing against PlayStation. You people are delusional. Yeah, I mean, call it what you want, right, bro.
They don't have
we
to
are delusional.
PlayStation
you guys,
anything out.
Yeah, you guys are good. You guys are right, and we're wrong. Like,
if you want, with fucking Steam.
But
no, he's saying
Vega at this moment.
He's saying that that's misinformation. What I was talking about the game engine for Ghost of Yote, that it's not built on UE4, it's built on UE5, whatever. He says that I'm wrong, that it's fake news. Well, if you pull up my screen, I got
nobody said that.
Hold
up. Nobody said that Ghost of Tsushima is using Unreal Engine. Where do you hear that from?
Unreal Engine
certainly
4.
Not from me. I don't know what
the same engine as the last one.
Right, and if you pull up my screen, I got the answer for that.
There you go. I know. Better. Hold up. Goddamn. I'm gonna remove this.
There you go. Ghost of Yote is developed using a proprietary Sucker Punch engine, not Unreal Engine 5. It is using the same engine that was previously used for the title of Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch Productions. Their in-house engine development.
Oh. I said Unreal Engine 4 just a second ago, but that's because I'm busy playing Fallout 4.
Unreal Engine 4.
Mr. Kima, correct him in the comments as well. Shout out to Mr. Kima. Thank you for coming through, homie.
It is a proprietary engine, but it is equivalent to UE4.
What's good, Hoodie? Good to have you around, man. Oh my god. So yeah, man, that's it. I think that's everything we gotta say about Ghost of Yote. I feel like we showed more love to the game than Sony PlayStation itself. So
I really think that if they want this game to succeed, they should have done better than just a Twitter post of the release date.
Exactly.
They only did a Twitter post. They didn't do an actual.
They didn't do shit.
They didn't
do
nothing.
Why?
They didn't even put out some sort of a new trailer on their YouTube on PlayStation Official.
And I'm fucking hyped for that game too.
Desire, welcome to the show.
Some people are.
Sorry, I'm busy paying attention to Fallout.
Play Fallout. Look at you. But yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Desire that they only did a Twitter post for the release date.
That's ridiculous, man.
It's really sad that that's all the love it got.
That's gonna be their biggest fucking game. Oh, they think it's gonna be Marathon.
It's gonna be their only game.
Marathon's gonna fucking probably die. Like
it's gonna be another
I think it's gonna be DOA. I honestly do. Oh, but it's gonna add all these cool things. Yeah, the same thing it's already in every single extraction shooter.
So if we say that Concord maybe reached about 2,500 players total across all platforms, which was PC and PlayStation, and about 600 of that or something was PC.
I think it was 600 total. Was the
Marathon?
I'd have to look.
Is already a niche product.
Niche,
whatever. And I think that it's probably going to reach about a peak of under 5,000 because it's also going to be on Xbox. But I think it's going to last maybe the month. And they're either going to do a massive patch overhaul to try and correct a bunch of things, or they're going to pull it like Concord. And I think Bungie's going to be fully absorbed by PlayStation.
Yeah.
Bungie has fallen off ever since fucking Halo.
Nobody from the original team is there.
Well, I've been following Marathon. I've been watching a lot of streamers like Shroud. What was the name of this guy there? He's a huge Destiny content creator. Aztec, I think that's what his name is. He's an amazing content creator. Shout out to him. Shout out to Shroud. Shout out to all the content creators who covered the game and got into the alpha. And there's a lot of shit. Like I've been hearing, like straight out from Shroud, which is like literally the ass Mongol of the FPS shooter. Dude. They have magnetism and aim assist for mouse and keyboard.
They added aim assist to that game on mouse and keyboard.
Yes, sir. And everybody's saying like,
is it forced crossplay?
Yeah,
I don't know if it's forced crossplay.
I think people are gonna be turning it off. But yeah, and not only that, they add an attachment which I think is broken. I think posted it on Twitter, so I'm gonna be pulling it out and check this bullshit, man. All my FPS lovers know how you feel about this. I know how you feel about this. I actually did that.
And while you're doing that, Jacob actually brings up a good point, Desire. Did you know that Marathon is also releasing the exact same day as Borderlands 4?
I'm sorry, yes, I don't like
that. That's why I believe that it's going to be below 5,000 player count.
That's DOA as shit.
Not to mention we got the next Call of Duty. Not to mention we've got GTA 6. There are better games to play. If you're a GTA 6 fan or GTA fan at all, if you are a Call of Duty stan and that's all you play, you're a casual, and there's nothing wrong with being a casual.
Mm-hmm.
Between those two games alone, you are not going to have any player retention on Marathon.
You think?
Sorry, that's just the way it is.
You think that? All right, so I might utterly detest Randy Pitchford with every fiber of my being. I do not like the guy because he came.
Borderlands 2 is still the best one.
Borderlands 2 is amazing, and Borderlands 3 still sold well, and Borderlands 4 is definitely going to sell well.
I know. I was playing Borderlands 3. I love Borderlands, but look, this is the attachment that they have to increase. It's called the Swift Choke, and it increases weight reduction, which is fine, and increases aim assist. So this out here, this is game breaking and
Oh,
it's gonna be
no.
so hard to like detect cheaters and shit like that when you have something that is actually like cheating.
Yeah,
in
how the
the
fuck are
game.
you gonna detect? You're gonna already have aim assist now with the gun. Then you're gonna have aim assist on your freaking on mouse and keyboard. That's so stupid.
I think games do aim assist on keyboard, some of them,
No,
but it's very like, well, it's not aim assist. It's more like, I don't know, like mouse smoothing, right? I think that's what it is. Smoothing.
Well, there's
Something
something
like that.
called quick scoping that every time you zoom in down your sights, it auto adjusts your
It
aim
aligns
slightly.
your right.
But you can turn that feature off in most games
Right.
that have it.
I mean, I'm just saying that bringing something like that to
but to
to
have
the
it something
game,
naturally that does it more, because that's like you're
That's
saying you're
bad.
aiming here and then it's going to aim assist way over here.
yeah, didn't they also show it? Like one of the people actually showed it, and it was just fucking insane.
One of the streamers that was there,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just like, "This is terrible."
yeah.
So they
And if they think that cheaters are bad now, they are using the same security as Destiny 2.
Oh my god,
I think Gara pointed that out.
that's terrible.
okay,
Oh,
so look,
that game is dead as fuck.
I'm gonna share something here that I just found on Twitter and listen to this
And
shit.
add more.
Ain't got no dash reset in this shit.
The combat, the looting, the audio, and the UI is really bad. They need to remove aim assist and add more headshot damage. Baseline. Rework looting, fix the audio, and fine tune the movement.
Yep. That's the alpha that got released on Xbox first, no less.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, that's not looking very good, and I know this is an alpha, but that's a lot to fix. In this
Especially
period
in
of
this
time.
shorter period of time when it's supposed to release later this year.
Isn't it supposed to release in like a month? I thought it
No,
released
no,
in
no.
June.
September, I think.
Is it
September.
September? Okay.
Yeah, September 2nd.
Now I can see why they call
same
this an
as
alpha,
Borderlands.
not a beta, as long as this game has been in development.
Yeah.
bad.
This is like very unfortunate. I actually want this game to succeed because I'm into this type of games, as you
Right.
guys know. So I'm not happy with it. And also, like, they make you jump a bunch of hurdles to get into a beta or the alpha. You have to join the Discord, you have to fill out the form. Like for games that are extremely popular already, like Rematch, the soccer game that came out.
That game's good.
That is like a Rocket League type,
It's not
stadium.
out yet. It comes out next month.
Yeah,
but,
they had
or,
2
months later.
They had a beta,
it
closed
was
beta or
really
something.
good.
And all you had to do is go on Steam, ask for the access, and next thing you know, Bruin, your developers, But in here, you have to fill out a form, like an application, like you're looking for a job. Like, I'm sorry, but Marathon can be can be pushing players away like that. You need everybody to be trying this and leaving you as much feedback as you want, because just the fact that somebody went ahead and filled out a formula doesn't mean that they're gonna leave you the feedback. Most of these people are just playing and they're like, "Fuck you, we're not doing more." So
Now, I know of 3 people who got it: Paris Lily, shout out to Paris, Destin Legary, he got it, and I think it was Tom Warren was the 3rd one.
Yeah, and
all
they
of
haven't
them
really
were-
talked about it. I think
Nope.
Destin
keeping
said
their lips-
Destin said that he wasn't feeling it or something like that. And Paris, I haven't heard anything about it. He hasn't even talked about playing it. He got into the beta, but how much he's played.
Yeah.
Jacob
Novak actually says a good point. The last 3 big releases that PlayStation has had, like big releases, which was Horizon Forbidden West,
Ugh.
got overshadowed by Elden Ring. Yep, there's the message. Lego Horizon came out the same day as Black Ops 6 Season 1, and Marathon is coming out the same day as Borderlands 4. So they are killing their games by choosing these release dates, or Xbox is showing them up by releasing something the same day.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring we can't even claim because Elden Ring was just an independent studio at the time.
Yes.
So, I mean, most of it is probably just the. Yeah, I didn't even see the map on the screen. When
They said, Rudy, Marathon looks like an unfinished game. I mean, look at the map. Yeah, it looks. A lot of people concerns are with the visuals, but to be fair, people are saying that the interior, like the inside areas of the buildings, they look really good and they have great lighting and all of that. So
I mean,
they
that
got something
the
going
game
on for them.
art style is great, but the color palettes that they're using on the outside is horrible as hell.
Yeah, it just makes it feel like low resolution.
Are you talking about the marathons like grass
Yeah.
graphics?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, Big Money. How's it going, player? He said, "Who is buying? Whoever buying that is crazy." And GTA is going to kill this game. No, I think this game is going to kill itself. By what, how, and why? Because they don't really know what they're doing. This is a game by Bungie, which is heavy, which is followed by a lot of Halo gamers and Destiny gamers, right? Most of the people who follow Bungie right now, they actually follow them because of Destiny. So you have a player base of millions of players because Destiny was one of the most games played in the planet, obviously. And they all love looting and having exotics and having evolved with a bunch of weapons, managing their inventory. And then, you just like removing that from them and just giving an extraction shooter. It's a complete 360. From a more casual looter shooter to the extraction shooter that doesn't allow you to keep anything, not even if you already got it, because every month your boat gets wiped. Every season your boat gets wiped.
And let's not to mention that the looting is horrendous because when you actually go to loot a body, you have to wait for it to pop in.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a terrible. And I haven't really heard people calling that out, but I did mention it. Remember when we were watching the stream, I was like, this is gonna be terrible because in games, for example, and I usually give you the Apex example, you have to have 6 box, but everything is in there already. You literally, and everything is in order. So when you are looting a box, you know that you got the shield 2 steps up, you got. So if you work hardcore play, you can learn what everything is and just pick it up.
Now, I will say I will amend something that I said in that show. Okay. It's not going to be as difficult as I made it out to be originally, because something that in the last showing of it, or going back and rewatching previously, if you are the last man standing, you can go and revive your teammates.
That's
so
kind of dumb, but okay.
Well, they do have somebody with an ability to go invisible, and after everybody's dead, he can go return to everybody and revive. But what I gather from people watching the stream is like, this is totally useless, because if you're the last member of the squad and you are gonna get those bodies, and I know you got that character, I know what you're gonna do.
You're
gonna try to get
where
them.
they died at.
So, I mean, either you abandon your people to extract at least with some loot, or, I mean, it's just like game breaking stuff that is gonna like divide the game. Like, imagine you are playing an extraction shooter, right? You rolling with the squad and you get killed, and you have to be for the rest of the match watching what your homie does. In the meantime, what do? You get bored, bro. The game could go on for 20 minutes, and you out there sitting like watching gameplay. Like, this is a very hardcore experience. Like, you guys don't play around. That's why a lot of people play solo, because you die, okay, I'm back in the lobby, whatever. But like, if you play with a squad, you're stuck with somebody who's bad, and you get killed by mistake or whatever, and then you stop watching. And it's just like, I don't know. I like it because I kind of want to try it out and see how it goes, and hopefully it hits. But when you are put in that situation, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And who has a lot of time to be waiting for somebody to play? I mean, I barely have time to play games myself.
I'm
got
also
20
wondering
minutes
what
to
the
spare
time
watching you
limit
play.
for matches.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because it's supposed to be a timed extraction, and if you don't make your window or somebody hits you out of your window, then you're basically screwed. There's no way to extract.
There's also another problem with the game that I don't know if have you guys ever played extraction shooters?
Yeah, I have.
I know somebody that plays Tarkov.
Okay, there's
I don't play Tarkov, but I play other ones.
There's no proximity chat like at all. Period.
Yeah, they took that out.
Yep, that one out.
That's a pretty big deal for those that play extraction shooters.
Yep. Anyway, I think that's it for Marathon. We're not gonna make a whole show about it. Obviously, we got some other shit to talk about. So if you want to know about Marathon and what we think, go check out our stream. You can check our live reaction to the Marathon show. And one thing that I want you to take away from here is like, nobody here wants the game to fail. This is valid criticism that we're giving to the game. That actual people trying to beta, we just show it. We just show the clip or somebody giving valid criticism to the game, which I think it should be taken into consideration, especially for Bungie, and be grateful that people are keeping it real and telling you and not telling you, oh, yeah, this game is awesome. And then you drop it like this and everybody's nobody's going to play. So hopefully they can fix some of this stuff and tweak, do some tweaks and shit. And hopefully the game also, because let's not write it off completely, because they could continue to work in the game and even add different modes and stuff. And maybe even add some, put some frosting, some sauce in the game, and maybe it's better later on. So I wouldn't write Marathon off, but I do not believe that this game is going to be a success of the rip. I think
it's going to be a month, and then
it's going to be an uphill battle for them, and hopefully Bungie's up, for the challenge. So we got more Sony PlayStation news, which is why the show today is called Wake Up PlayStation. Another Sony PlayStation game canceled. I don't know if you guys seen this, but yes, sir. Shout out to Jacob Novik. He sent me this link early in the morning.
What's up, PlayStation? J-Bar and Persona.
And we're gonna. I came out with that thing yesterday with the Simone and Doodle.
Mm-hmm.
Because they actually shout out to Persona and the rest of the crew or whatever, because they actually waking up and and calling PlayStation out. They saying you cannot just do us like this. We are loyal fans, and shout out to them. That's the way you gotta do it. You gotta call them out, bro.
Hey, they've had interviews with Sean Layden multiple times after he left PlayStation.
No, these guys are real fans. Console War, Talk, and everything, banter side. They real fans.
Persona is a real fan. I don't know about J Bar. He likes to console.
He's more like a shit talker. J Bar is more. I don't know if you guys watch a Gas latest video. Oh my God, check it out. He got the Pony Hunter in his back. Shout out, I love watching Gas when he does shit like this. He got the Pony Hunter, and he's like, I caught a J Body and not J Dub. I'm sorry. It's a type of pony that loves Xbox, something like that. So go ahead and watch it, man. I'll post a link later, so you guys show some love to another amazing content creator. But yeah, Sony PlayStation game cancel. I have the article right here. Let me see. I think I had shared it and then I removed it because I'm an idiot. But yeah, check it out. So it says a rumor, but until dawn, devs unannounced Blade Runner PS6, PS5 game is canceled. And this is an article by Push Square, which they really do a good job covering PlayStation and loving PlayStation. So they definitely
I didn't even know Blade Runner was the game that they're working on.
Yep, Blade Runner. And here it goes. Until dawn, developer Supermassive Games was apparently working on an unannounced PlayStation 6 and PlayStation 5 game based on the Blade Runner universe, but the project has now been canceled. According to the fresh scoop from Insider Gaming, the title entered pre-production back in September of last year, and the plans was to get everything up and running here in 2025. It was targeting an eventual 2027 release window, and as alluded, the team had its eyes on current and next-gen consoles. It was reportedly called Blade Runner Time to Live, and it was to feature a cinematic story paired with third-person action-adventure gameplay, exactly what you Sony PlayStation fanboys love. Set in the years 2065, you will play as the last remaining Blade Runner, a character called Solange. Okay, so that's the article. There you go. Another Sony PlayStation, cancellation. How do you guys feel about this? What about you? Were you looking forward to a Blade Runner game? I honestly never played any of them. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm,
I like the movies. I was never a fan of the games.
I never knew they had a game for Blade Runner. That's news to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really into movie games like that. I never got the chance to play it. But I mean, if you guys can recommend me, I could go ahead and pick it up.
Indiana Jones.
Try it out.
Oh, you said you said movie games and Indiana Jones game.
All right. So what's going on? Power Balls, what do you think about this?
I like the movies. I can't say that I was excited for a new game, especially with nothing shown about it. And I don't hate on third-person action adventure over-the-shoulder stuff,
Nah,
but I
there's
think
no
that
way.
Sony canceling this just shows that, hey, they're waking up, that they're doing this too much, which is a good thing.
Right.
I can't say that they could have used the game, but
right. But check it out. Like another part of the article here reads, "It's obviously a huge shame that this one was canned. A franchise like Blade Runner, from the perspective of a studio like Supermassive, certainly sounds intriguing. Having said that, it is clear that the development cycle was only just kicking into gear. So the hope is that nothing of too much value has been lost." Okay, so there you have it.
it was unannounced, so
It's unannounced, so it does. Yeah, I don't feel like this is like
I will
a
say
huge
this is the
deal.
first mention that we've heard of the first game going to PS6. And we know Mark Cerny is working on it with PlayStation because he said it back in the Flopflation video.
So
you're telling me that the PS5 is literally the console nobody needed to buy? Wow.
Well, we don't know when the PS6 is launching, but people are speculating 27. But if they don't have Wolverine, Ghost of Yote, Marathon, and whatever they money had from now until then, what else do they have? This is their weakest.
Aren't they supposed to get Venom as well? But
this is the biggest failure of a console ever if that's all they put out. Remakes, remasters, and about 8 games. The whole generation. There has been no other generation of console that has only had that amount of games launched. Even the Dreamcast, the Game Gear, the Neo Geo had more games than that. Including the remakes and remasters.
That's crazy, Powerballs. When you put it like that, it's just wild. Woo!
So I got an interesting little update for you, Desire, that you might want to look into because I know you love Oblivion.
I do. It's my favorite.
I just got a message from a friend of mine who says that there have been reports that the latest patch for Oblivion Remastered has removed upscaling options.
Oh, wow. So they removed DLSS and AMD.
Just everything to do with upscaling has been removed.
I have to check it out. I'm going to play later today, so I'll see. That's weird.
I think it's to either
fix the crashes?
It's to force the upscaling or to remove it entirely.
I mean, it does
because of the crashes.
Maybe because it's crashing, they need to fix it.
I'm trying to look it up right now, so I don't know any information about it, but
check this out. Shout out to PS5 Blows. I don't know whether I should believe these or no, but maybe one of you guys can check it out. So Sony's last quarter report is out. Game sales down 26% and hardware sales down 27%. Down. That's crazy. Those are like big drops.
Why hasn't the Sony fanboys been talking about that though? That's weird.
I mean, but he came out already. I haven't seen. No, I honestly don't care about the financial part of gaming.
I don't either.
Like that, like the little numbers and shit. I don't really care.
Quarter
that much
3
about it.
was February 13th. So either they haven't posted it yet for quarter 3 or quarter 4. February, March, April, May. So yeah, there's still probably a little bit to go for it.
Well, the more you know, right?
But yeah, it should be next month. I mean, I see one here, but I don't know how accurate this is for 24. Because I think this is what people have already known about.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, there you have it. Another cancellation by Sony PlayStation. I mean, I can say that I like this. I don't think you guys should either. Hopefully they get the shit together and we get more games from them. So this is another one of the topics here, and I hear several people talking about this, about Game Pass hitting 50 million subscribers. I think Ecstasies, was posting something like that.
Oh, Ecstasis?
And Ecstasis. And also King David had a video on it, which so what do you guys think? I don't want to say that's what I put the exclamation and interrogation mark in there. I don't want to say that they did for sure, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Game Pass is, going on is going well, or is he healthy right now? What do you think about, I want to start with Desire. What do you think about the Game Pass situation? Is it good? Is it bad? How do you feel?
I believe it's easily good. I think that saying otherwise would be fucking naive, especially after all these games that have been releasing. There's just no way it's not.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah. True.
So last year, me and Chaos talked about it on his show. It was around the time that they announced the 75 million consoles sold propaganda that they had going around. When we know that probably about half or just less than half of that number is meaning that it's only left Sony's hands, it's not in customers' hands. Okay, they're sitting in warehouses, stockpiling, whatever they're doing. Okay, it's not in customers' hands. Around that time is when King David put out the video, which was when Black Ops 6 launched, that he said Game Pass subscribers have skyrocketed. Now, Chaos proved that the last numbers that we have is 2024 February, that Game Pass subscribers was 34 million. Once they did the whole standard change to roll over, gold into standard, Game Pass shot up about 10 million numbers. So it's closer to 40 million at that point. Once Black Ops 6 dropped, they had a record influx of new subscribers. And that's when I think King David, shout out to him, put out the video of it hitting 50 million back then. And with everything that they've been doing this year, I can steadily see, maybe not in droves, but I can see it constantly going up by the thousands every single month.
Yeah.
And retaining, because there's something for everybody. Let's not also forget, we got Towerborn coming out. Yeah. Subnautica 2 later this year.
Oh boy, I can't wait to play that. Yay.
I'll get you in it, Desire. Don't worry about it. But, with everything else, I don't think they're going to hit the 100 million mark, at least not anytime soon. My projection, I think, was 2028 at earliest. Maybe if they have an extreme surge, it'll be 2027. But they are making money hand over fist. Now, I can see, I had a conversation with Chaos about it, that if Game Pass decides to price increase, if they go to $25 for Ultimate, they're going to kill themselves. They're going to chop themselves off at the knees. But if they do like Netflix and all the sub services that are out there only by $1, $2, you got to think, if they have hit 50 million and they're only raising $1 to $2, that's 50 to 100 million or billion extra that they're making on top of that. And they're already projected to make 6.5 billion just with Game Pass alone. That's not including game sales. That's not including everything else that Microsoft owns, peripherals, consoles. That's just Game Pass alone. But that is why they are a $3 trillion company. The console sales are in the shitter for whatever reason, for however long. And when the next Xbox console, next Xbox handheld that's rumored, and the PS6 launch, you are going to see a massive shift if PlayStation doesn't bring something.
I think the reason why Xbox's console sales are still in the shitter is because of the Xbox One, because that really freaking pissed off a fuck ton of fans.
Yeah.
Everybody that hates on Microsoft and Xbox, they are either hating on Microsoft because they are being, anti-corpo in general, which is funny as hell that they're choosing PlayStation, another corporation, or they are specifically Xbox haters because of the Xbox One generation. Then you have another group of people altogether that are Linux users or Mac users that hate Windows and hate anything Microsoft because of it. So there's a big crowd.
Many ups
are down. So
many enemies.
Everything from the 360 to the Xbox One, you cut those numbers about half at the very generous. Now, hopefully the Series S and X, are going to improve. But with the next handheld rumored and the next Xbox console that's out there coming out pretty soon, I'm expecting that they're going to debut it on June 8th, but it's not going to release for like another year or two. Then, there's going to be a lot of heads turned.
Mm-hmm. And that's curious that you said that about the next generation, because I feel like a lot of people minds have already changed by the time the Xbox One generation was done. So a lot of people didn't buy into the Xbox Series and they went straight into PlayStation. Even some people, right, they moved to PlayStation. And we were talking about it with on Point for Gamers show, last night too. A lot of people left the 360 and jumped into PlayStation because they didn't like the Xbox One, right? And the same thing happened, right, with the Xbox One generation people that were already into the Xbox ecosystem and they found themselves with like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And then now we have this generation that Xbox started slow, right? You can say the first couple of years were kind of slow, but I believe that with the introduction of Game Pass, right, that everything started to shift and it started to look better and better, right? And every time it looks better and better because I feel like all these games that were already in production, they're starting to come out and now they have too much and they can't even hold it. They have to drop it because it's a hot potato. Everything is a hot potato. I imagine having Oblivion, like an ace, like hidden ace. Like this is literally an ace game. So I do believe that Game Pass, I'm not sure because you know how it is with subscriptions. People subscribe and then unsubscribe, right? So my chances are that 1 month they hit 50, right? Because they have a big game coming. So a lot of people are, okay, shit, we're going to get Game Pass. But maybe the next month it's not as, because some people unsubscribe and shit. So the whole point, and this is why they bring in you a lot of content, is to keep you subscribed, to be like, okay, it makes sense to be subscribed because I'm actually playing this game, So I believe that the strategy is already set up and is well done by Xbox, and they listen to the gamers. What everybody wanted was games, right? What everybody wanted was games. So you got they say, oh, that's all you care about? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna bring you games, and now we can even play them all because that's the reality. So that's why, like, buying a Nintendo Switch, for example, doesn't make any sense to me because I don't even have the time to play the games that I have in one platform. So that's why, as a gamer, that's why I love the PC and my Xbox. Both at the same time. We are in a threesome open relationship. And why is that? Because I can start my games here and continue my games there. So it makes me, okay, damn. And on my phone as well. And on my, Meta. So that makes me feel connected all the time with the games that I'm playing so that I can spend more time playing games even when I don't even have the stuff that I usually use to play games. So it's so convenient, and I feel like the strategy is already making sense. And Game Pass is showing the value. I was one of the first people who said, like, when they were going and doing the Activision Blizzard deal, I have videos out there. Go ahead and watch them. I said, like, fuck it, put Call of Duty everywhere. Everybody was trying, what if Call of Duty was exclusive? All of that, all the Xbox fans and everything. I was one of the ones who said, like, fuck it, put it on PlayStation. Get that money, give value to Game Pass, because like at what point you're gonna stop taking it? At what point are you going to scream? You can buy the pillow, scratch the walls all you want, but at some point you gotta scream because it's like, holy shit.
How many PlayStation or Xbox podcasters do you know that are actually mad that games are going to PlayStation?
Oh, I know a lot.
One.
It's
moved.
No, but that's now. That's now because everybody got used to the idea of the games going everywhere. At this point, people are already in the acceptance stage, right? But before, everybody was on denial, and everybody, Post Up was going crazy, Forte was going crazy,
Crap Gamer was mad.
Crap Gamer, everybody was mad
ever
about
since Quantum Break.
Yeah.
He's been mad ever since he got made fun of by fucking
from Quantum Break.
Was he made fun of on Quantum Break by?
Yep.
Phil?
Because it was the first game that went day and date to PC, and they've done PC day and date ever since.
And Phil made fun of him for it.
Yep. He
I
said,
thought
so
that
you
was
canceled
funny.
the pre-order because of a game going to another platform. That was the tweet.
That was a tweet.
And it
And
irked
you know,
him.
it's history. But yeah, let me
I
go
don't know
ahead
what
and
to call
before
Tin Dog.
before we continue going, I got a lot of people in the chat that want to
Yeah,
voice their opinions, and you know, we are for the people, so we're gonna see what they gotta say. And bro, let me see what I start because you guys being going crazy here. So I got here Night of the Cipher. He say marathon visuals look like Tonka Toys meet office supply store. Wow.
I can agree with
That's
that.
just actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Shout out to Jacob Novik. He says, Demoflow Gaming, if you miss my chat, Machine Games pitched an idea for the Great Circle sequel to Disney and Lucasfilm, and they like that pitch. So we will get a sequel soon. And I do believe Indiana Jones, they're gonna have to, like, you know, keep pouring love into the franchise because I feel like it was a great hit. And it continued to be a great hit. Like everybody's playing that shit right as we speak.
Definitely think that they're going to have at least a trilogy and a game probably in between each of the movies, like this one was.
Yes, sir. Okay, so mira, nice. Night of the Cipher. You know, he's a PC gamer. He's saying us PC gamers are subscribing to Game Pass in droves. It is the absolute perfect complement to Steam. I even double dip on games when they go on sale, and that's a fact because I'm guilty of doing that and buying games on Steam as well. Yo, and it is like that's another thing that people don't think about. The PC gamer, they do the same thing the Xbox is doing to PlayStation is doing it to Steam too. Not in a bad way, because this is like I think who Harky said the word yesterday. It was co-opetition, right? That they putting these games on Steam as well. They're not depriving these players of these games, but they're showing you a better value at the Xbox, you know, Game Pass app. So, I mean, a lot of people, if they're smart enough and they see like games like The Elder Scrolls are $50 on Steam, and on Game Pass, you already got it. It's $13 on PC, bro. PC Game Pass is $13. And they see that and they be like, for how long am I going to play Oblivion? Maybe I just want to check it out because I'm a huge Escape from Tarkov. And I'm more into multiplayer, and I'm probably just going to drop 30 hours, 40 hours in the game and move on, right? It's a great deal. For $13, you get to play Oblivion. Not only that, you know, if you want an RPG fan, like everybody's saying, you were planning on getting both Expedition 33 and Oblivion, like $13, be able to play both.
Both RPGs,
it's an
different aspects of the spectrum, both enjoyable as hell.
It's an amazing, it's an amazing deal, bro. So let's not get it twisted. We get into Expedition 33. That's our next topic. But let me finish with the chat because I see them active down here. Somebody saying that this game is gonna be like Concord. About when we're speaking about Marathon. Oh man, that's terrible. Terrible. B Money in the house saying Pony's loving Forza right now. All facts. Yes, they are. MBG was playing Forza.
Really? What?
You didn't
I thought he
see
said
it?
he didn't want to play it.
But you didn't see it that I just showed?
Oh, no. I saw you. No, I saw you show it. I just thought that I just can't. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. They Reese in the house
for like years. How much he hates Xbox.
What's going on?
What's up, Dave Reese?
El Rey Tito, dímelo, papi. What's up? What's up? Jacob Novik, Dave Reese, I see. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. He's singing the Kids Move anthem, Game Pass anthem. Shout out to him. Keo Walker in the building saying that Concord is DOA. Come on, bro. Don't beat up the dead, man. El Rey Tito saying, honestly, I think the PlayStation 5 is the more flashier console along with the controller. And we can all agree with that. But the Xbox is better. What the casuals don't know. Casuals are starting coming around to Game Pass. Is only gonna go up. That's a fair statement. That's it.
Yep.
The other problem I have with the PlayStation is that they had the gall to charge $700 without a disk drive for their Pro version.
And without a stand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just terrible.
Yeah. Tarnish in the house. We got a Sony PlayStation fans here, and they say
Yeah.
you only rent with Game Pass, my guy. You don't own the games. You have to pay monthly fees. It isn't for anyone. Even Phil Spencer said that. Yeah, I mean we all go with that. If you weren't here last show, go check it out.
Yep.
I mean, we know Game Pass is not for everybody. If you only playing one game a year, the Game Pass is not for you. You're a Fortnite player and that's all you play. That's Game Pass is not for you. But for people like us, even though I play, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, and all that, I do like to keep, my gaming, give variety to my gaming, and I like to from time to time engage in something like an RPG or a story game or whatever. I just like to try out new shit, bro. If it is in Game Pass, I just freaking go ahead and try it. It's so easy, and it helps you open your eyes to new types of games that you wouldn't have tried otherwise. So
like I was telling Desire, if you have PC Game Pass, you don't have to buy the game. You don't have to run the risk of having to worry about trying to get a refund. If he didn't like Expedition 33, $12 a month for PC Game Pass.
You don't have to say if I didn't like it.
No, I know you didn't like it, but what I'm saying, say like Subnautica 2 comes out, you don't like that because you're
oh no, I'm buying
adverse to water is what I was going to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
you scared, but it's a game. But I understand. Right. I understand. Right. He got PTSD for real.
But what I'm saying is,
give your backstory so people understand.
I got bit by a lemon shark, and another time when I was scuba diving, I got surrounded by a pod of orcas. Yay!
Yeah, amazing stuff. So no wonder he's scared. Be nice, Wild Boss. Be nice.
But what it is you can try the game out, and you might find a game that you do like.
Yeah,
you may not have bought otherwise, and just because it's on Game Pass doesn't mean that you still can't go buy it. Now, what people are trying to confuse is that renting games, you're not owning the games. No, you're owning the license to play the game. But how about Sony PlayStation just coming out and saying, "Hey, now you can even rent the whole freaking console"?
Yeah,
that's fucking.
And for people saying that by being subscribed to Game Pass, you're not supporting the devs. Like, bro, boy. Game Pass, I pay for Game Pass. Xbox get paid. Xbox paid the studio to put games on Game Pass. So, am I supporting the devs? I don't know, but it's pretty easy. I'm actually supporting gaming more than you because I spend about $250 a year in gaming. But you know what? It's more convenient for me because it's a better deal rather than buying 5-6 games a year. That's already that. And in Game Pass, I'm playing everything that they dropping. Like you just seen in a couple of months how many great games we just gotten. So shout out to Sin. He's saying it might be time to change the name from bots to boxers. Now, Demo Flow Gaming, because Xbox boxing the brakes of everyone with all these game drops. Shout out to you for that comment. Thank you. Where's the pony love? Says Reese. We all got love for the ponies. We love them, bro.
Yep. Some more than others.
Somebody say PlayStation got no games right now. All right. Don't hit.
They used to say Xbox has no games. What the hell happened to that?
Yeah. Can't say that now.
Harry Charney saying you guys are cool though. No hostility here. I like it. Yeah, bro. Bro, we're cool as hell. We look, I'm gonna tell you, like over here, ponies come over here, and PlayStation hardcore fans come over here, Nintendo fans come over here, and they vent here, their frustrations. And I'm not here to tell you where to play. You like what you like. We're just giving you our honest opinion of what these companies can do better, which is ultimately good for you, right? So we just try to make it fun and entertainment. And entertaining because that's what every show should be, right? So thank you for coming through anyways, man. Thank you everybody. Thank you to the chat. I think it's been great today. It's been super active. We got 30 people watching, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel for more fire content like this. We'll upload videos weekly. Go ahead and check them out. And we also live stream gamings. During the weekend, I'm going to be playing some more Elder Scrolls and possibly some Expedition 33. But yeah, looking forward to the weekend and playing more games with y'all. So Space Shot in the house. Thank you, homie. Thank you for coming through. He said the first party games are there forever, and some third parties have been there since day one. Others for years. You have plenty of time to finish games. People act like they're on for 10 days. And that's true, man. That's true. You like, and that's another thing. PlayStation, I don't know if you know, this is not a topic because whatever, but they've removed a bunch of first-party games. They removed Infamous from PS Plus, which is like outrageous.
No way.
They did. I have the article here. We're going to cover it in a while. Power Boss, I don't know if you can pull it up. That'll be great. But yeah, let me finish reading these comments, and we're going to cover that next. Yeah. So, a lot of Xbox games going to the games rewards. That's true. Xbox rewards you for playing games, and that's amazing. I do get a lot of points, which I spend on Game Pass and get a bunch of discounts, whatever.
They also removed Resistance Fall of Man.
Oh my god. That's like removing Sly Cooper. If they did that, I would honest to God be pissed. Wow. If I was a fan of PlayStation.
I love this comment. It said, Space Shop saying, yeah, play games whatever you want. We should be talking about the great games we're playing, not matter what. I agree with that 100%. Safo in the house saying, I'm about to re-roll a character in Oblivion. You're already doing that. You really got time, man. Cupid's Victim. Oh, what a romantic. What's going on, homie? He said, Demo Flow, when are you dropping a new track singing about pony? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm cooking something behind the scenes, but like, time is extremely scarce for me, so hopefully I can get something going in the next couple of weeks, man. But yeah, Darius in the building saying Expedition 33 is dope visually, story-wise, and runs buttery smooth. Game of the year contender for sure. We're gonna talk about it in the last part of the show, man. But yeah, we gotta come in here for Powerballs. Powerballs, that end sequence son in Hollywood is so buzz. That game is great. I need to try it out, bro.
It's claymation. I did try it out a little bit. I got to get more into it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I like the claymation style. Played Nevermore back in the day. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. The games aren't bad. It's a visual aesthetic. South of Midnight just does the same thing, kind of.
Look, we got Eternal D87. PlayStation is unbelievable with their BS. But yeah, Powerballs, do you got the shit?
Yep. Stream right now.
Pull it up. All right. Okay, hold on. I had to stop this. And there we go.
So it says several PlayStation exclusives are leaving PS Plus on PlayStation 5 soon. 2 exclusive PS3 classics are being removed from the service. Resistance, Fall of Man. Says the subscription service offers a catalog of older titles from PS3, PS4, PS5. PS3 games can only be played via Sony streaming service, but PS4 and PS5 games can run natively. The list of available game changes often, mostly due to licensing issues or contracts expiring. It's far rarer, however, to see PlayStation first-party games being removed from the service. Alongside heavy hitters like GTA 5, Sony has confirmed that Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2, and Infamous Second Son are all being taken off the platform. This is especially surprising for titles like the Resistance games, as PlayStation Plus is the only way to play them on modern platforms. So all of these games are leaving PlayStation Plus.
Go over them. We got Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5, MotoGP 24, The Sims 4 Island Living Expansion Pack, Resistance Fall of Man and 2, Walkabout Mini Golf, Synth Riders, Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord Frozen Empire from the newest movie, Before Your Eyes, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and Chapter 2, which I believe those are the Telltale games.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're a VR game that's...
Oh, VR games, okay.
It's really good.
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, Stranded Alien Down, Lego Movie 2 video game, Ghost Runner, Ghost, Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Journey to the Savage Planet, Portal Knights, Enter the Gungeon, Batman Arkham Knight, and Infamous Second Son.
That's just crazy. But hopefully they'll be back. I mean, I don't know, might have been due to licenses. We've seen this before, games being pulled out and then brought back. But it's not a good look, especially when you just hired the price of PlayStation Plus and you remove 20 games from the service without putting nothing, without replacement. Like, this is just weird, man. What do you think about this? I know
it says it right here. Sony confirmed recently that the PlayStation Plus prices in Canada are rising for the second time. Customers claim that they are receiving emails from Sony informing them that the 12-month subscription to the service would be rising from June 24th on. The second price increase now means that since the 3-tier system originally launched in Canada, Essential has risen by a total of $40 per year. Extra has risen $75 per year, and Premium has risen by $85 per year.
Fucking ridiculous.
And they give you way less than before,
and taking things away from you for paying more. And I saw somebody on Twitter, I think it was yesterday, that was commenting that they're trying to equate PlayStation Plus games leaving, like this, and Xbox leaving Game Pass. Now, let's not mince words here. Yes, Xbox Game Pass does have games that leave the subservice. However, they have also stated that in their contract, it's never a first-party title, which is now Bethesda games and ZeniMax. It is now everything from id Software. It is now everything from ABK, Obsidian. They are never leaving the subservice. You'll see third-party games leave.
And maybe games lead due to licenses. I think Horizon might be. Forza. I think Forza Horizon got its days counted, which is why they put it on PlayStation. I think the licenses are gonna go on for like maybe 2-3 years, and that's it.
Usually, it leaves the subservice when the next iteration of Forza comes out, or like a month or two later.
Yeah. I think they wait until the next game comes out, and then, which I believe that might be one of the aces that they have in there, and which is why they probably put a Forza to PlayStation. I think in June 8th, we can expect to see a new Forza. Yep. At least a teaser trailer or something. At least something. Yeah. At least something. So there you have it. PlayStation games leaving the service and PlayStation hiring the price of the console. So what do you think about this desire? We know that you're pretty pissed off. I saw the faces that you were making. We call that in Spanish pucheros. You know what I mean? You're doing a puchero, like your face getting like like you taste a lemon.
I can understand if it was IPs that are not theirs, because obviously you have deals with that and that's how it works. But if it's their own IPs, why in the name of, especially for some that you can't even play? Could you imagine if they did that to Sly Cooper and how mad I would be, even though I don't own the console anymore? Sly Cooper is one of my favorite fucking IPs, and they don't give it shit. And it's driving me insane. And oh man,
Yeah, I couldn't find that article, PS5 blows, at least for Q4. I think that's going to be next month.
I don't think I'll be a happy camper if they fucking if they did that and like remove Sly Cooper or something, and I find out about it. You can expect me to be mad. You can expect a nice salt video from that, because I'll be pissed. I'll be pretty pissed off.
Do you have PS Plus, Desire?
No, but I do have a friend that does, and I usually go over there to play his PlayStation exclusives.
I haven't had PS Plus since either FF7 Rebirth or Armored Core 6 came out. I can't remember which one came out after, but I haven't paid for it since, because there's nothing on PlayStation that I care about that I don't already own.
Pretty much.
And I still have my older consoles, so I can go back and play everything PS1, 2, and 3. I have a backwards gen PS3. I still have my PS4 that I put in my stepson's room. He's enjoying the hell out of it. He only wants to play Marvel Rivals, which unfortunately the Xbox One and the PS4 can't do.
Yeah, that's a next generation only game.
Sadly. And for some reason, he refused to play on the TV in the living room where I have my Series X and my PS5.
He probably likes to have his own space and privacy. I mean, every kid
he's
does.
on the phone with his friends all the time.
Yeah, he don't
He
want
wants
to
to be
hear
able to
you.
cuss and not get yelled at.
Yeah, exactly.
But his
yeah.
friends play it, so he wants to get into it, and he likes Marvel. So
It's a good one. It's a good one. I
Yeah.
like Marvel Rivals.
I haven't played it yet. I'm sad. I
Shout out.
really need to.
What?
Shout out to Cody No for Life. He said Xbox has too many games, and I have to agree with that, man. Yes.
Did you just hear what he said?
What did he say?
Oh my god.
I think that
He's
I
never
was like,
played Marvel Rivals.
I don't like hero shooters. I didn't even play Overwatch.
Well, I mean, you can at least try. It's not that bad. It's actually,
yeah. I'll give it a shot. I just
If
haven't
I was
yet.
willing to play a turn-based game, you got to play Marvel Rivals.
I'm willing to play it. I'm willing to play
we
it.
gotta do one of these days a community game night.
Yeah.
We can organize that and do something like that. I would love to do Halo and go on a Halo Infinite and do like a private server and do like 4v4, 5v5, something like that. Go crazy. That would be extremely fun. That's actually one of my dreams, to go ahead and do like back in the day LAN party and get everybody together, hanging out. But we can now do this virtually, right? You get your drink, I get my drink here on this side. We're hanging out, we're shooting, we're sniping. Bro, that would be amazing.
I'm not a Halo guy anymore.
Ray Tito saying, Demo, you need to make a collaboration with Sexy Sauce. Him on the curls doing the auto-tune. yeah. I mean, let him know. Just ask him for it, and maybe we make it happen. You never know. I mean, I do talk to him sometimes. Shout out to him. Shout out to guys.
Old Alpha Wolf actually makes a good point. Before they released the sequels for God of War 2018 Ragnarok and Spider-Man 2018 Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, they pulled the old prequels from PS Plus as well.
That's ridiculous.
Yo, Dress the artist in the building was good play. Good to see you. Good to have you around, man.
I would have actually made some videos on that because I would have been pissed. That's fucking stupid. Sorry about that, everybody.
You're not alone. Look, Safo haven't played either. And
I'm willing to play it. Hero shooters are just not my thing.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to give it a shot and enjoy it.
That's another thing that we forgot to mention about Marathon. He's also a hero shooter on top of the extraction, which is interesting. Yeah. Ray Tito is down for some Halo all day. He said check the wording. Some Halo all day, like some a little bit, but you're gonna be playing all day. Like he's making it seem like you want to play more. All right, man. And Bold Alpha Wolf saying the rival is just everything that made Overwatch 1 Legacy so good. And by the way, Overwatch, I don't know if you have tried it, but he's gotten way better than when he released. They added a bunch of like all days. They added third person mode too, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm willing to go ahead and give it a shot. I did play a lot of fucking Overwatch when it first came out. I don't know if you guys remember the servers crashing and you couldn't get in to play for the first couple of days because there was so many people playing. They really broke the server.
They did the same thing with Helldivers 2. Yep.
And look, by the way, Overwatch is an Xbox IP now, so keep that in mind.
I don't like Overwatch.
Well,
but I think the other reason why I don't like it, and I think that Power Boss knows this person, decided to say it was going to be better than Marvel Rivals. Power Boss is nodding into who I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. So talking about shit that we don't like, Expedition 33 came out. And we got different opinions about the game here all over. So it'll be an interesting, right? First thing first, to be fair, this is a game that it was off the rip turn-based, which might turn off a lot of people because people like me, we like to all the time. We like to have control of everything that our character does. Right, so we're not really into turn-based combat.
Power Boss. I'm not the only one.
Right.
I know plenty of people that don't.
But the huge thing that the game got going for itself is that it allows you, via Game Pass to try it out. It's way more accessible, And it's just
And
so
that's what I
easy
was
to go ahead and press 8 and download it. All you have to do is delete all the other stuff that you don't want to delete. So that you can give it a shot like I did. I had to delete Call of Duty. I'm like, oh, I'm crying. I don't have it on the console.
No.
Bro, 200 gigs. Like
Yeah, I know,
over.
it's huge.
I it's sitting
But that's
there.
also more from
I
Call of
play,
Duty HQ that they have.
I do play every freaking week Call of Duty, at least a match or two. Even if I just join the practice arena and just go ahead and practice my move, I always touch it. And it's just like so hard now, like having to delete a game that I'm playing weekly so that I can try Expedition 33. Now, time will tell where this is going to be worth it. In my opinion, I like what I've seen so far. I was mentioning to Desire that it looked like one of those pre-builds from Unreal Engine, the way that the character moves and all of that, the animations and certain characters. You can tell this game is double A based on the animations. Now, the environments and the characters and the detail in the game is very highly detailed. It's very well done. The voice acting surprised me because this is a French game. So when they
shout out to the dev team because it's only like 30, 40 people and
only 30 people,
phenomenal. For what
I did find it funny that people found out that I could speak beginner's French that day when I was playing it.
You know how to speak some French?
Beginner's French, yeah.
Oh, like croissant?
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez pour le français?
That's all I know. Croissant and mercy. That's it.
Merci beaucoup. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez pour le français?
Wow, that's dope. Hey, yo, shout out to Desire.
All I know is parlez-vous français.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, I'm surrounded by the French. Let's go.
I'm all American.
Vive la France.
Vive la France. Well, shout out to everybody because we do have people from different parts of the world watching. So whatever the you watching, man, thank you for watching shows. Yeah, my opinion on the game, I'm very early. I actually got into like because I tried it late night after the show with the Simone and Duro, and I got into the tutorial fight. So I got a little bit of a taste of what it feels. The combat feel, and it's very interesting. I wasn't expecting having to learn how to parry or dodge. And I like how when you parry, the games rewards you with action points that you can use to do your abilities. I'm digging the combat system, and I feel like this will be a great game. For those who want to try out, that think that maybe turn-based combat is a little boring. This could make it a little bit more interactive. So I do like this type of mechanics. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this is like the times to do dodge and parry are tight. So me thinking turn-based games, I'm thinking automatically about the cloud because this is like the best, in my opinion, one of the best places to play, turn-based RPGs is in the cloud because it's like so convenient. The games don't take a lot to run and you don't really have to have this latency, right? Which is why I love playing from time to time South Park. Stick of Truth. Or
don't tell Power Boss that I like South Park, The Stick of Truth, and Fractured Butthole.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But you know what? In my opinion, I like more The Stick of Truth and South Park than Expedition 33. And why? Look, I know I'm early, but South Park is just too fucking funny, bro. You are laughing from the beginning to the end. This game makes me feel like I almost shed a tear. People
it's a more serious nature
in this
game.
That's
right, Power Boss.
No,
I'm not the only one, Power Boss.
It's a more serious nature.
I'm not the only one, Power Boss.
I feel like this game, okay, the story is great and shit, but it's kind of depressing. At the same time, this is not a game that is going to uplift you and make you happy and shit. You are playing this shit because people are in fucking trouble. So if you really like the novel type of writing and shit, I feel like this is dope. They've done a very good job to get you to believe how these characters feel, right? Those are my first impressions. I do feel like this is a good game. Could it be for me? Could this be a story that intrigues me?
Will it be enjoyable?
Because I'm more towards action oriented, toward beating the bad guy and doing crazy shit. But I mean, I have to keep playing. I can give it a rating right now. So far, what I tried, I liked. I do have some things that I believe that are not perfect that I've seen. Like I was saying about the pre-made animations type things it just made me feel like they weren't on a limited budget, and that's fair. But I mean, make no mistake, this is well done. I mean, this is well fucking done. Like, everything about the game is well done. It runs really smooth. I tried on the Xbox. It runs very good on performance mode. And I was just like having a good time with it. It's just like the story is kind of depressing to me. And I like to play uplifting games. Like, oh shit, I know, like, I don't know, Doom. You are the badass and you go out and fuck shit up. Call of Duty, you just get on the map with your friends and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat, you fucking show it up. And that's it. Just having fun talking shit to each other. I beat your ass. I got you in the next round. So I'm more of an interactive player, but like, this is really, really well done. And you can see, even though they were on a limited budget, they did the best to sort of like give a production value, right, to the game, because I do believe that it's pretty high based on the budget and the size of this team. So I mean, those are my initial impressions. I want to hear what let's go for balance. Let's go for balance. Power what do you think about the game? And then we do a desire.
I've got a lot to say about it. Okay, so if you like Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, Path of Exile, Last Epoch, Path of Exile 2, okay, top-down ARPG style, okay? If you've played the old style Lost Odyssey on Xbox 360, you will actually love the marriage of the way this turn-based RPG works because of the timed hits, okay? You will see big dick numbers. You'll see, perfect dodges. Bold Alpha Wolf said in the chat, you can dodge and block too, I heard. And that is true. There is literally one of the devs came out and said that he or one of his team is doing a no-hit run. You can block every single attack from the enemy throughout the entire game, including bosses. So that is amazing in itself. Now, there's not an achievement for it if you're that kind of guy, but it is what it is. It can be done. The fact that each and every character has a different skill set. One uses Lumieres, one uses, guns. There's different mechanics for each and every character. No two characters are the same as far as I'm aware. Now, what you didn't get into, Desire, because of how much you played, was once you get to a certain point in the open world after the tutorial mission, you can actually learn skills that you can then use across all your characters. And you can mix and match the skill sets through a I forget what the system is called. I haven't played it myself, so I can't remember it off the top of my head. But it allows you to mix and match from different characters a little bit for these skill chain combos. Now, I don't know if it has like combo team ups throughout of it. You do have the ability to do preemptive strikes on every enemy, as far as I know, probably except for bosses. But it marriages the old Final Fantasy style turn-based of as far back as 7, where you get into a random battle, you hit an enemy, and all of a sudden you can do this. I was watching you do massive button presses when you were in the combat, and your character sitting here flailing all over the place, which was kind of funny to watch.
I was just
but at the same
bored.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time, you have to think what they said about that skill tree. There is billions of combinations.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it's like a terrible game, and I'll never
go back to it.
Yeah, will I go back to it? Probably not. But
probably not.
But will I
fine.
recommend
It's
it to
not for
people? And
everybody.
will I give it a bad review? No, I know that it's a decent game.
Right.
I don't think that I can talk about it. I'm not really a big turn-based guy.
Exactly.
I don't like them.
But to me, the perfect definition of this game is it is turn-based Final Fantasy, ARPG style like Diablo, with the skill tree of PoE and PoE 2 if it was an offline game. Perfect marriage of all three of them, and the timed hit combat of Lost Odyssey. So those 4 games will perfectly embody the way this game feels and looks to everybody, with very good graphics.
Well, actually, now that you said that, you're making me want to play more. I just hope, bro, that the story doesn't get too depressing because I already like the first chick that you meet that she trains with you and shit. And imagine it's this little whatever dies, man. Like what the fuck? Oh, the other one that you have in your party that she becomes part of your party. That she's the one who's like about to like give herself to the paintress, right? She's about to lose her life because she had the flowers on her. That's what I got it from the story. Like, you know, people died when they reach a certain age and they had to like sort of like be sacrificed or something. And she's acting like she's okay with it. And the guy's like, no, bro, like this is fucked up. Like you're about to die. And why? Like, because I love you, because I think they are in a relationship. Like I said, I haven't really played much. The story is very intriguing, but it could be like maybe I get too much into it. And I don't want to be feeling sad playing a video game. That's not something that I like to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I always love the turn-based combat in general because you know, tactics games are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I also love the fact that it's complex as hell when you can do things like mix and match skills. I love that. You know, that's why I love Final Fantasy VII, the original, so much, because you can take materials and you can pop them in your gear and it can change up the entire way that you play the character. Now, when it comes to the way this is playing, you're actually taking skills from an entirely different character, from what I understand, to mix and match with whatever you've learned. And then each of them have their own skill trees individually that they can learn that are exclusive to that character. That you can do even further extensive stuff. So it's a very seamless and management. And from what I understand, also, you can break the damage limit. Because remember, back in the day, 10,000 damage was the limit. 0000 to 99999. And this allows you to go above that. Final Fantasy X was one of the first ones to do that, where you could go up to 100,000 or a million damage, essentially.
We got a comment here. Maybe he got a bold alpha wolf. He got a question. Are bosses tough?
Don't know. I can't say for sure because I haven't played it myself. But like I said, the devs themselves confirm that even bosses' attacks can be dodged. So you can literally perfectly time your stuff.
I think,
and I don't know about save scumming because I don't know if you have to go into a menu. Maybe you can answer that, Desire.
Yeah, but
it looked like you had to save in the other thing. I don't really know. I only played for 20 minutes, got mad, and stopped playing.
I was just saying you played it, so you would know more than I would on that.
I would suggest that at least give it a couple of hours, maybe 2 or 3. I would think that if by then you're not hooked, you're never gonna like this. But like we always say here, just because he doesn't like it and he's being fair to the game, it's because he's not into the turn base. Look, good guys, he's playing Elder Scrolls. Yeah, how can you take a man away from Elder Scrolls? Because that's the other thing, right?
You're telling me to play that over Elder Scrolls, Fallout 4 modded, and Doom that comes out next month or 2 months from now? No, next month. Next month.
But you know what? It's a great thing that you tried it.
Yeah,
even if it was for 20 minutes, because I mean, you try it 20 minutes, okay, whatever, you didn't lose anything. Now,
I mentioned earlier in the show that at the time that I looked, Elder Scrolls was number 9 for the Oblivion Remastered at 121,000. Now that the day has gotten going, it's up to 178,000 playing right now, and that's just on Steam.
Mind you, it's still in the we're at the end of a work week, but we're still in the work week. It's
Expedition 33 in one day so far since yesterday has reached a peak of 71,000 and currently has 64,600 playing right now.
I will state this, even though I only played it for 20 minutes, I could see what people liked about it. I don't care for those type of games. And since it wasn't funny, because they weren't taking a funny tone like South Park does. It didn't interest me, respectfully.
Yeah. And that's fine. Again, not every game is for everyone, and we understand it. Now, my criticism of the game, I watched Ono Italic's review. He did a PC port review day 1. It has a lot of stutters. It's not as egregious as Oblivion, which is surprising. But the flaws that the game has are very glaring. It's towns, lots of NPCs, which I believe Dragon's Dogma 2 suffered. And I can see that. The frame stutters in towns are bad. But once you get out into the open world, that fixes itself almost completely.
Oh, which
it
is
still
weird.
happens, just not as much.
That's like Skyrim. I mean, not Skyrim, but Oblivion reverse. Because Oblivion start running really good, and as soon as you step out in the world, you start seeing some stutters.
It's reverse, yeah. But I think that's the limitation of the Gamebryo engine because they didn't upgrade it to the creation kit. But
And
I
I
think
heard-
if they did, it would be another like 2 years in development cycle for that.
So Power Balls, I heard. I don't know. I haven't. And I think I seen some of it that you had like a world, like you can see the whole world from the from that view, like similar, like asymmetric view, and you see the whole
Oblivion?
world in scale, something like that, similar to like what the I don't know, like old RPGs did back in the day. Like I don't know, like
You're talking about for Oblivion?
No, I'm talking about Expedition 33.
Oh, the map system?
Yeah, the map system. Don't they have like a whole world map that you walk on it? Something like that?
Yeah, they did show something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that's really, really cool. I like that. You know, I love that from Tiny Tina Wonderlands. That was one of my favorite parts in the game. But maybe you can, if you find it, we'll show it here. And I think you can walk the whole world like in, like fairly fast. But they say the map is huge as well. They're saying that the map is super big.
Oh yeah. Wow. I just pulled up an interactive map on the wiki. Okay, so let me share this. This is wild.
Supposedly the game is really, really, really big. Let me see. I have to stop this and then I can add this.
So this is the entirety of the map. And you can zoom in on this.
Holy shit.
Holy hell, this is huge.
Damn, how many hours to finish this game? It's gonna take ages.
And you start down here in Lumiere on the island.
Yeah, you start in that island and then you help it. What?
And
I'm
you
still in
go
the island.
all the way up here. Wow. That is huge.
Oh yeah, it's a big game, and I've heard quite a lot of good stuff about it. I don't.
Yeah, you're not into the turn-based, man. It's the same thing with me and puzzles, bro. The only puzzle game that I could play literally for hours is Tetris. No other game I can tolerate when it comes to puzzles. Even Portal and Portal 2, I can't really stand them. And they amazing games. At the same time, right? You are able to recognize when something is good. You're just not into it.
Right. Let me see how long it says to beat Clair Obscur.
This is crazy. Look at the size of that map, man.
It's a big map.
It's a big map, bro. Making me want to play right now, huh? Stop it.
They don't have a completion date for it yet.
Well, probably because
No
nobody's beaten it yet.
Everybody's tooling the island.
Somebody's already gotten the platinum on PlayStation.
Really? Holy shit.
I saw it on
that
Twitter.
motherfucker had no life. That's a no life motherfucker right there.
Well, I thought that there was a way of getting
like finishing everything quick.
Never mind.
But it's like in these games, like getting to a final boss and you don't have the right equipment and you don't have the right items, like it's gonna be extremely hard to go with it and beat it on their power.
Yeah, I mean, this map is just massive and highly detailed. I mean, there's even stuff way over here on the left that you can go to, over here on the right that you can go to. And just from what you were playing, Desire, you saw how big the opening city was, and that's just Lumiere way down here in the bottom where you start. And that was massive.
The biggest garlic had like some insight, and I appreciate this comment. It actually makes sense. Thank you for this comment. He said, they know they're gonna die, but they can stop living their life to freak out. We are gonna die, but we're not sitting here and freaking out. That's a great way to look at it. But when you have a date that is set up for you to die, it hit different.
Predetermined date, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, the determined day. Like, imagine, you're telling somebody you're only gonna live. Like, you're born right now. You're so happy. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Cumpleaños feliz. And
One
then,
step closer to death.
and then, like, okay, you're gonna die when you're 33. Like, what the fuck? You like celebrating your 21st year, and then you are having your first drink, banging your first hole, and boom. I have to die now. Like, I know I could die if I do something stupid. I know I could die, like, like some shit happen. You know what I mean? If I'm sick or something. But like dying, like, just because you have to, like, fuck that, bro. Life is really fucking good, man. Look, I enjoy every breath I take, man. I promise you. I enjoy every fart I smell because you know what I mean? It is life. It is life. You have to celebrate life. So yeah, it hit different for me, bro. It hit different for me.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 bosses in the game, according to this.
Oh, this is an interesting question by Bold Alpha Wolf. He says, so are you supposed to beat the game by a certain date, like in Way of the Samurai? That'll be a really interesting mechanic. That'll make me even more stressed. Wow, that's really a stressor.
I know the Altars has a mechanic like that where you have a time limit, and every time you go to sleep, the day progresses. And
holy shit,
the reason is because the sun is chasing you, which is going to incinerate your ship.
But that's a very engaging mechanic, right? The very immersive. It could be. I think so. I think that it will make me feel some type of way. But yeah, bro, that's amazing, guys. That's amazing. But yeah, that being said, I think we are gonna end the show here because it's past 1 and I got shit to do. So thank you everybody for coming. Shout out to the panel, the boys. I am Desire, man. And Power Buzz for being here. And I see you down there in the chat, but unfortunately, I had to get the hell out of here. You guys, man, it's been real. I'll probably be streaming later. Today. I had to do something real quick, but I'll be probably back.
Gotta get that Oblivion in
tonight or tomorrow. And possibly Sunday. So yeah, there you have it, man. Desire. What's up with you, man? Where can everybody find you? Drop your links and shit.
You can find me on YouTube. I'm pretty much done with Twitch because of how they're treating their people. But it's always going to be there. So give me 1 second while I post that. But basically, I just play gameplay or I make salt content on people like Harmon Smith, for instance, who make dumbass decisions.
Awesome. We'll drop your link in there when you have it. You send it to me and then I post it. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to find a way to make you guys mods because I don't really know how to do the whole thing. That's some homework that I gotta do with YouTube.
You don't have a lot of time with your job at all.
I don't really have a lot of time to be doing that, bro. And I try to go ahead and pour love into the stream and add little stuff here. Like I changed the background, I changed the layout. You go ahead and try to better things as you go, but it's just so hard to take time away to okay, let me see how to do this.
I would say ask C Money and Doodle, but C Money we all know ain't the best computer savvy person around.
So there you go. I am Desired. There it is. Go ahead and follow him on YouTube and on Twitter as well.
He's a good man. Don't let him kid you otherwise.
Yeah. It's been amazing, and hopefully he'll be back next week, man. And talk some more shit. I think that I would love to make him an official member of the panel.
Aren't we supposed to have a new Xbox partner showcase this week?
There's only one thing I gotta say, guys. Would you intercept me?
That's just
I'd intercept.
You intercept? Oh, okay.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
Habitual line crosser. It's the F-22 Raptor, which I use my dad builds parts for.
Holy shit.
So every time I see him, I just go, "Would you intercept me?" I'd intercept me.
I understood me. Oh shit.
I also built parts with
That's the definition of self-love. That is. My figure in the house saying, you don't let Oblivion take over your life. Classic. Explore. There's a lot of secrets, caves, good treasures, and weapons. Of course, man, I will. Shout out to Bold Alpha, Ray Tito, Exports Lord Chaos 78 saying, great show demo. Thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to Faded Place, man. Space Shop. I see John Dresser artist. Mr. Kima was around here. I see all of you, Ray Tito, my fag, everybody, man. Hey, thank you so much for coming. And I guess we'll see you next time. What's up?
We got that Xbox.
I think I forgot to do your outro. What's up?
Fine. I'm always here.
Give a shit. The man with the plan, El Padrino. Drop your links.
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Because I know you don't give a shit about your channel or nothing. You don't do nothing in there. What's up with that? It's like I'm like, Pablos, do something like that. Maybe do something.
When I last upgraded my computer, I pulled out my old hard drive and it's sitting connected inside my computer. But that's where all my streaming software is. So I don't have a lot of space even for storing video games, much less my streaming software, which is why I haven't uploaded in a while.
Okay. But well, hopefully you get back to uploading. I was really enjoying your Pop World streams and shit. That shit is fun. So yeah, there you have it, man. Guys. That's it. That's the show. I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Demo Flow checking out. Yo, Chico boy. Yo, Chico. This it. Hey, go crazy, man. Shout out to the whole Xbox community. Shout out to the whole gaming community. Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo, Luna, whatever the hell you play, bro. We got you. Demo Flow Gaming. This is Black Ops Season Game Pass, yo. ABK be killing it. We so happy playing. Bet fanboys be hitting it. Ponies be so cynical. They rather pay the 70. They pay for PS Plus. That makes no sense to me. Xbox got no games, that's why they keep on telling me. Conquer DOA, I'll be green like a celery. You playing console sales, me and you are not the same. Shout out to the gamers that just care about the games. I got the Vault Edition, I can wait for Master Chief. Slide canceling on Nuke, only movement is a shit. The quick scoping is back, the sniper clips be dope. You bought that PS Pro, cause somehow you gotta cope. For begging is your style, so keep bombing the reviews. All these Sony podcasts, they be scrambling for news. Xbox dead again, yeah, they do it for the click. Xbox be their fetish like a picture or some feet. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best. I'm putting belt to ass, spanking ponies like the strippers. The saying FSR can't copy with the pizza. The 47-inch trash, I should throw away my rig to buy a PS Pro, but I'd rather cut my dick. It ain't no way in hell that I'm gonna switch to Sony. $70 for the game, and I have to deal with points. PS Pros is ass, they don't even do they want. I gotta keep it real, ain't no need to be a fan. All the games copy, zero multiplayer. Sony PlayStation is designed for the player. $700 for an extra couple pixels, but can't do no 4K. For that you need the pizzer. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best.